What's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here. Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope this goes up on Halloween. Today I am playing Slender, the 8 pages, because spooky. Here we go. Parsec Productions. So I've obviously heard of Slenderman. I've seen people collect all 8 pages. But this is sort of a relic of horror. So I figure I should try it out at least once myself. Never played it before. So we're just gonna go for it. So currently, we are walking around in this dark forest. Got a flashlight. Classic spooky stuff. These trees are very oddly textured, and obviously our goal is to collect 8 pages. You know, it's called Slender, the 8 pages. So, obviously, goal, it's hinting at it with the title, is to collect 8 pages. Now, I don't know the significance of these pages. I don't know why exactly we're supposed to be collecting these pages. I will say, the sound design of this game, the music design, is absolutely lovely. It's just crickets. There's no music. It's just crickets. No background music or anything. I think there's going to be like static when we run into the Slender Man, but I don't know when that's going to happen. I'd imagine if I was going towards, like, the center of the map, then that would happen sooner, but I'm just kind of going around the edge right now. Because it's been a long time since I've watched anyone play this. It hasn't been actually that long of a time. I think the last time I watched someone play this was when there was, like, there was a video on it, of it, like, on Alfred's second channel. And I don't know if that was Alfred Deluxe era. But I will say, I do remember they had like that whole shtick where they like rebooted the channel, but they've rebooted the channel several times, so I don't remember quite which one it was. But yeah, they did have their whole like we're a normal Let's Play channel shtick, and I think that was the beginning of Alfred Deluxe because they rebooted Alfred Plus as Alfred Deluxe because they didn't like the influence they were having or something like that. I don't really know, but I do know that they played a bunch of like stereotypical Let's Play channel type of games that people play on Let's Play channels. I don't like that I can't run. I don't like that I'm walking. Honestly, this is a pretty miserable experience, I'm gonna be honest. Like, why did people play this? Whatever. It's whatever. Like, it's not the greatest designed game in the world, I'd imagine. It's not. I shouldn't say I'd imagine. It's definitely not. So where is, like, actually things? Where are the things at? Where can I find things? Because currently, I'm just walking around in the woods. And that's cool and all. But there's no real, like, there's nothing really going on. Besides just walking around. And I guess that's how they get you, you know? They set you up with, like, set you up with, like, normal, boring, like, average, everyday gameplay, nothing really going on. Oh, here's a page. Page is 1 out of 8. Perfect. That's 1. And they start things off all, like, normal, and everything's fine, and it's all chill or whatever. Like, obviously, we're in a dark forest. That's a little scary. But, like, there's not, like, scary music or anything going on. They're, like, getting me ready. They're getting me normalized to my status of being in a dark forest. They're making it seem normal. They're making everything seem okay. They're giving me a false sense of security, only to rip it away from me when I see the Slender Man. So, I don't know where he is. He could just pop out of nowhere at any time. He's not doing so, though, which is great. That's wonderful. If I die, I'm probably just going to end the video there, because honestly, this just seems miserable to play. I don't know if it saves your progress when you die. I might have to check that, and then if it doesn't, then I'll stop. But I definitely don't want to just be like walking around in the forest for ages and ages. I don't know how well this game is designed, because it is an old game. And it's not to say that old games are bad. Like, I play mostly old games, obviously. But, like, old computer games, especially of the horror genre, are kind of like, like, they're good for, like, cheap jump scares or whatever. Like, you play them, and then you get scared, and you're like, oh, wow, that's scary. But in terms of actual design, it's, they're hit or miss. Okay, but we do have some walls here. brick walls. Certainly, there's going to be a page on one of these. I'm also scared because I feel like we're getting towards closer to like civilization. So I'd imagine that also means we're getting closer to the Slenderman. But MatPat actually did that theory before he retired about Slenderman, in which he stated where the Slenderman wasn't very slender. And frankly, that's what sort of caused this game to have a resurgence in my mind, to cause me to like think about it again. I'm not seeing a page though. I am seeing the Slenderman. I should probably run. Let's get running. I can't run because I can only walk because they didn't code in running. But he's still behind me. I don't know how to like walk backwards, and I don't know how to like look behind me while also still walking. So I'm just gonna say that he's still behind me. I'm just gonna assume that he's still behind me because why would he stop chasing me? And I'm not gonna lie, it is a little stressful that I can't like afford to look behind me. Let's look. Okay, I don't see him. I'm afraid he's just gonna like jump out from behind one of these trees. I'm gonna turn my back for 1 second. I'm gonna turn back around, and he's not gonna be there. I was really thinking there was gonna be a page in front of those walls, on one of those walls, but anyway. It's not Slenderman. In MatPat's recent, I shouldn't say recent, it was before he retired. We're back at these walls again. There's still no pages in on those walls. I'm sure there's no pages on those walls. I checked them pretty thoroughly. I am like 99.9% sure there's no pages on those walls. But yeah, this is what I'm sort of afraid of, and the reason why I say like, oh, I'm going to play this until I die and then probably drop it, is because I'm afraid that these pages are in like weird, obscure places, and I don't know where Slenderman is coming from. I can see the static, which means he's getting close to me, but I don't know which direction he's coming from. Apparently I did pick the right direction though, because I'm walking away from him, clearly, because the static has stopped. I'm walking in the opposite direction of the way he's walking. I am getting away from him. But I am going back towards these bricks, which don't help me because there's no pages here. But yeah, anyway, so basically, MatPat did that theory before he retired about Slenderman, like talking about his actual size and whether he would actually be classified as slender. And it's actually really interesting because he found that slender doesn't really have like a real definition. It's just kind of an adjective that is pretty vague in meaning, especially when you're talking about like in terms of people. But basically the reason why he did that theory close to his retirement was because he's coming for me. He's coming for me. I don't know where he is. I don't know which direction he's coming from, but he's coming for me. He is nearby. I'm getting away from him though. I clearly seem to be moving in the opposite direction of where he's moving because the static has stopped. So that's good that they at least give us that warning of like, okay, you're now moving away from him. Like the static is fading, so that means you're distancing yourself from him. But that's good. That's a good thing to know, like going into the game, that if you see the static, that means you're going closer to him. That's a good way of showing that, like, hey, you shouldn't go this way. He is that way. He will kill you if you keep going that way. It's a good way of showcasing that. However, I am disappointed at the lack of progress I'm making, and I'm also disappointed with this flashlight. This flashlight isn't really lighting up anything because it only lights up things that are like actually solid, it appears. Like it's not shining a yellow light in front of me. Like if I just hold it straight up like this, I can't see anything. It's pitch black. Like it's not lighting up things that, it's not lighting up like nothing. It's not just putting a light out into the air. It has to light up something. You have to shine it on something for that thing to light up. You can't just like light the air. You can't just like hold it out and have it like show yellow light. But yeah, MatPat did that whole theory because, and the reason why he did it so close to his retirement was because originally he had, the whole reason why he got into like FNAF theorizing is because he had asked his community with a poll, like, should I theorize on Slenderman or Five Nights at Freddy's? Like, which indie horror game should I go for? And they said Five Nights at Freddy's. And obviously that spun off into just the wild theorizing about Five Nights at Freddy's as the story evolved. and that became like basically his whole thing, is that he is like the FNAF theorist. Like, and obviously MatPat theorizes about a lot of other games. Game theory isn't just FNAF, but like a lot of it, there's a lot of FNAF on that channel. Like, it's like MatPat is not the FNAF guy. It's not like FNAF, he is the only, it's not like he is only the FNAF guy, but he is the FNAF guy, you know? Like, he is one of the people who is like most influential in the FNAF community, or at least he was before his retirement. But yeah, it's crazy to think that like one poll decided like whether or not he was going to be covering FNAF. It's just like a matter of one poll. It's like he asked the community, Slender or FNAF, and they picked FNAF. And that spun off into like the basically his entire thing, like his entire rise to fame. And he obviously had a bunch of subscribers before, but I think he got like so many subscribers from FNAF. And I think that FNAF truly did make him a lot more popular. Like, he doesn't need to do FNAF videos, but they certainly helped his channel a whole lot. And I am not finding any pages here, so I guess it's no wonder that people picked FNAF when Slender is this boring. Like, he can't even catch me. I'm just walking around in a forest, finding no pages. This is super boring, guys. So, happy Halloween, I guess.